Welcome to another Jamie Tries Cooking video. Just a very small note to say that sections of this video are a little bit darker than perhaps I would have liked them. And this is because we've recently bought this camera, we've been experimenting with the different settings that are on it, and this particular experiment didn't go as planned. But in certain sections I've tried to turn that up with some fill light on Vegas, and yeah, it looks okay, but not as shiny as previous videos. We decided to include this one because the recipe was really good, and you saw me do a lot of things in this that I haven't done before, and it really improved my confidence, and I wanted to include it as part of this journey despite the fact it looks less than ideal. I am a kitchen novice, and for the first time in this video I shall be attempting to make Thai chicken noodle soup as featured in James May's Cookbook. So before we do the first step of cooking, we have to prep all of the vegetables. So let's start with the lemongrass. We've just got to cut this bit off first. Apparently that's dry, so we'll remove that. And then I'm supposed to just cut down to tiny shades like that, I'm guessing. Now, if you can't tell, this is the first time I've ever done this, so you'll have to excuse me. But yeah, do you like lemongrass? I like it when it's used in stuff. I don't think you can go wrong with it. So there we are, just about finished the lemongrass. This is tough to cut, but we're getting there. Now, I've been told not to use the end here, so we'll put that to one side. And now, put the knife down, take this, put this in this dish, because at the end of cutting all these things we're going to put them all in. So now we start on the spring onion. Let's just cut the ends off, and I'll put these to one side again. Now, hopefully I'm doing this okay. I'm using scissors this time, so let's just cut them like that. Now it's funny, if I hadn't have been advised I would have cut them one at a time, but this speeds it up, doesn't it? So we're nearly done with these spring onions. I've just got one more load to do, and I've got slight tearage in my eyes, but not nearly as painful, although I might be regretting saying that, as the onions from a previous recipe. So we're nearly there with these spring onions, and my eyes are really watering now. But yeah, nearly there, nearly on to the next stage. So spring onions into there. Oh, some escaped. I'll fetch those in a minute. Right, I've just realised that I've put the spring onions in with the lemongrass. I'm not supposed to do that yet, so I've had to fish them out of the pan. So yeah, always read the instructions and understand them. Where have I heard that before? So firstly, with the oil, let's put in the chicken. It says 2 garlic cloves, but I've already got them chopped up, so we'll do a couple of teaspoons. 1 tablespoon of curry paste. Is that enough? Good. Let's drip that in there. Let's put in the lemongrass and a few spring onions, because I made that mistake, and 1 teaspoon of ginger. So now let's just mix this round. I'm not sure how audible I'm going to be, but we'll try. Mix this round until the chicken is cooked. So now that's turned golden brown, the chicken. we can now add in the hot stock. So we'll do that. I still haven't got that pouring down. Very, very messy. But there we are. So that's now boiling, so we're just going to let it simmer for a little while. So I've turned it down slightly. So while that's just simmering away in there, let's just cut the mange too. Come closer. Come closer and listen. As someone once sang, we're just going to cut these in half. This is already looking like a very colourful dish. So that's been simmering away for a little while now. I've got some rice noodles here. It said a certain amount. By the book, if you want to know how much it is, I'm just going to use one clump in there. Put that in there, and it said just to move it around. Come in again. And let's break this up. Now these rice noodles, they might take a little bit just to warm up so that they can break, because look, I can't break it like that. So after leaving that to go for a minute and making sure that the rice noodles don't clump together, we'll just put the mange two in like that, and I've cut them in half as you saw. A little bit more colour in there. Let's stir that in, and now I've got to cook them for 2 minutes. So that's been cooking for a couple of minutes now. Now to add the rest of the ingredients. So we're going to add all of these bean sprouts into here. Infuse even more colour. Now finally, let's add those spring onions. For real this time, for real life. Now 2 tablespoons of this fish sauce, which is coming out very, very slowly, but we'll get there. 1 tablespoon. Come on, I like this vinegar thing going on. Look at that, see? Look at that. Whoa, it's getting everywhere. I'm going to smell like fish sauce. So lastly, something quite scary. Going to zest a lime and then squeeze the juice in. So I've got my grater, and we're just going to grate that. Oh, that's terrifying. Well, let's do that. That's quite tough on there, but can I do that? Yes, I can. I went a bit too much there. I've just got to... apparently I can't go that deep. Just the green part for zesting. As you can tell, I've never zested a lime before. First time. So now I've zested the lime. We'll just cut down the middle. Oop, nearly cut myself there. Probably should hold it like that. Right. Here we go. So now I've got to squeeze this into there. So come on, come closer, come closer. There we go. Let's get some proper lime juice of fun in this, and what I'll do is I'll stir it all up in a minute. So that is pretty much done, isn't it? The lime, plenty of juice in there. Let's just mix this round. So many things in here now. This is packed with stuff. I'm almost forgetting that there's chicken in here, because it certainly isn't the most interesting thing that's in here. Now I've got to simmer until it's heated through. Some of these things feel quite crispy. The bean sprouts, I think they're supposed to be like that, aren't they? But I'll just keep mixing it all together. So I've let that simmer for a little while, and now it's time to serve. And with such an amount, I'm going to serve 1 portion now, and then my wife and child, etc., are going to have some for our lunch a bit later. But for the purpose of this video, let's try and serve somehow, I assume like this. Oh, I can't do that, can I? How difficult is that? Goodness. Right, let's turn that off. And let's not use that. Let's use this. This makes more sense. Thanks to my wife for letting me know that that was a thing. Oh, there we go. Nice fragrant smell going on here. So let's just tip that in. That's probably way too much and I might be missing some ingredients, but let's try it. So to finish it off, just got to garnish it with some chopped coriander and try and get it onto this plate like that. Well, that looks extremely colourful and messy. So after all that, all the various steps, let's try this. Let's try some noodles first off. Nice and spicy, but not too much. Definitely nice and warming. And that broth, oh yes, lovely. Got the crunchiness of the bean sprouts in there. There's sort of a floury vibe to it, which I really like. And I like that about Thai cooking, actually, that there's something really natural about it. I'm not sure there's anything else I can say at this point other than try it yourself, as a great man once said. And once again, the success rate of James May's cookbook is incredibly high, because this, I mean, we made loads here, you know, this is like 2 meals worth for us, and there's plenty of flavour, plenty of greens in there. It's incredibly colourful and warming, and yeah, just yum. So I'm going to go and finish this. Go and try it yourself, and please do click the like button, subscribe and leave a comment with what you'd like me to try next. Whether you've tried any recipe from this book, if you've seen the TV series, I highly recommend it. And yeah, I will see you once more for another video.